Now I'm going to get into this whole subject of the poor man plot. And I'm sure that this will not be a one-time subject we're going to cover today and then not revisit, because it's too important of a subject that I think can really change the way that you hunt. There's nothing that really holds deer into a certain spot better than food. And there's nothing that stops them if they're traveling from one area to another better than one of these little small, I call them almost staging area food plots or micro plots. And you can do these things on a budget. Almost anybody hunting on permission can pull off one of these poor man plots. This one dates back to, I think it's 2 years. I think we started this one 2 years ago. That would have been the 2013 growing season when we had a pretty severe drought, if I'm not mistaken. It was either 2013 or 2012 maybe. But I know that this one droughted out really bad. So we got to bring that thing back. And we're going to burn it today. We're going to get all the residue off that plot, and then we're going to go ahead and frost seed the Pure Trophy Clover blend from Frigid Forage into that food plot. And there's a whole lot more that goes into these things than what we're going to do today, because we're basically taking you at about the halfway point. We'll do another one someplace else on the farm when the conditions start to get a little bit greened up. Normally, we don't have the luxury of being able to burn stuff this early in the year. By burning it off now, we'll have some good bare dirt that we can spread the seed onto. We've got a couple other frosts, a couple more frosts in the forecast, and then even any kind of a good rain is dry and exposed as the soil is going to be. It will drive the seed down into it. And you don't need to be very deep with clover. That's why frost seeding works so well. So a typical poor man plot would probably start about the time things are greening up, because normally you have to go in and spray and get a good kill. This spot, it had annual weeds on it, so all we need to do is burn them off and then get our clover growing. So that's the step for today. Like I said, this is something that everybody can do, and it really will change the way that you hunt. Let's get back in there and get to work. I've got the job wrapped up for today. There's still quite a bit we have to do here. There was more green down in there than what I thought there would be, so I'm going to have to come back again and spray this. And I'd like to wait. I think it's supposed to be warmer next week. Really, you have limited success when you spray when the ground is this cold and the plants aren't growing very fast. We'll come back again next week and do that. The clover won't have germinated yet by then. It's going to need warmer soils too before it's really going to take off. We got most of it burned off, the worst of it. There's still a few leaves and some stalks left in the plot, but you know, with the rains that are going to come here over the next few weeks, that'll knock those seeds basically off the whatever it is that's keeping them, you know, from touching the ground. It'll knock them loose and get them down, work down into the soil. That's kind of your quick primer on the poor man plot process and frost seeding. Now is the time to be frost seeding. If you're you know, if you're looking for, you know, some way to revitalize an area that maybe got droughted out, or maybe you're working with a plot that was big and beastie last year, or even going into some bean ground, something where you've got bare dirt to work with, frost seeding works really well. The other thing we've started messing with a little bit more around here is using the plow down clovers, and Frigid Forage has the blend for that. You can frost seed it now, and then at the end of the summer or in the middle of summer, about the time you would be planting your big and beastie, you plow that under, and it's a great source of nutrient. It's a nitrogen source is what it is for the big and beastie. And then during the summer you have a little bit of browse there for the deer too. So it's something else to consider, another option in your food plot regimen. I'm going to wrap up right here.